Hello again, YouTubers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm your host, the Board Game Captain, and today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play Wordsy. Now, Wordsy was published by Formal Ferret Games and was designed by Gil Hova. Now, Wordsy is a card-based word game. And I love they made the box look like a book, which is a really cool aesthetic. And now, Wordsy is a game that, though it is played with cards, feels like it has its roots in two classic word board games. Specifically, I'm talking about Scrabble and Boggle, and you'll see what I mean when I'm talking about it. Now, this game is listed as a 20-minute game for 1 to 6 players and ages 10 and up. So I'm going to start there. Now, in regard to the 20 minutes, this is a properly good estimate. This is a really fast game. You know, a lot of times they will underestimate the time, but I've had games go quicker than 20 minutes. This is a really quick game. Now, the 1 to 6 players, I like this game better with 3 or more players. It does have a way to play it at 2 players, and it does have a solo variant. I have not tried the solo variant myself, but I don't like the 2 players anywhere near as much as I like 4, 5, and 6 players, which is mainly where I've been playing this game at. And as for the ages 10 and up, now, I would say you could definitely play this game with people younger than this. If you play with children, that's fine. Just be aware that as an adult, you're going to have an unfair advantage over the children because you're going to have a larger vocabulary than they do. But if children all were to play together, I think the 10 and up might be a little bit of an overestimate, because as long as kids know how to spell, the rules of this game are very simple. So let's open it up and see what comes in the box for Wordsy. So the first thing we have up top here is the rule book. Now, the rule book is very well done. It is full color, and it includes lots of diagrams and examples. And you know what? When you're trying to figure out how this all works, when you're reading any set of game rules, diagrams and examples are key. It is a grand total of 12 pages, which includes the components list and the variant optional rules. So the next thing we have here are a bunch of little pencils. Very good to be completionist and come with everything you need. You don't even need to go grab a pencil. Then we have the dreaded sand timer, which always makes everybody very nervous. The next component we have here is the deck of cards. Now, something that is very interesting about the cards in Wordsy versus how letters work in other games is that there are no vowels. As you look through the deck, you notice this. There are absolutely no vowels in Wordsy. Everything is a consonant. Now, unlike a lot of other games, you're allowed to use letters that are not on the table when making your words. And in fact, you have to, since there are no vowels. There are lighter color consonants that are common consonants, and then there are darker color consonants with point bonuses on them, because these are less used letters that are worth extra points if you manage to use them. In addition, we have some cards which list points on them, which I'm going to show you when I'm setting up the game what these are used for. But in short, they are used for designating the point values of different cards and therefore different letters that are on the table. And the final thing we have here is a whole pad of score sheets. Now, these are really nice, and they're exactly what you need to play this game, and there's a lot here. And when you play a game, this is what a finished score looks like. You have, usually you have played 7 rounds, and you have all of your score worked out right there on the sheet, and as you can see, it is exactly what you need to play. So, without any further ado, I'm going to take you over to the table. I'm going to show you how you play a game of Wordsy, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to talk about how this game feels. I'm going to review it, and I'm going to rate it, and then we're going to get a second opinion from Len. Okay, so here we are ready to play a game of Wordsy. So the first thing we do is we deal out 2 cards above each of the point values, starting at the highest value points, which is the 5 points here, and working our way down to the lowest. Now, there can never be more than 2 of these advanced cards, and there also can never be more than 2 of any particular letter. For instance, there are already 2 L's. If a third L were to come up, it would have to be discarded and a new one would be drawn. As soon as the last one is done, we have to work on our word. And everyone's going to attempt to come up with a word that is out here. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. Okay, I'm good. So now, once the first person, as you saw there, once the first person is able to write a word, they flip the sand timer, and everyone else has till the timer runs out to finish their word. So my word I got was jogging. What did you get?
Juggling.
Juggling. Oh, that's very similar. So now I have the J, which is worth 5 points because it's in the 5-point row, but plus 2 because it is a rare letter with a plus 2 there, so that's 7. I got both G's, so it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And the N, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points total. Lynn, how many points did you get?
21.
Wow. Okay, so now Lynn was the fastest player, so she gets the fastest player card, which means she's not allowed to be the fastest player next time. If she is the fastest player, the next fastest player will count as the fastest player. And we have to figure out bonus points here. So with Lynn as the fastest player, the question is she faster than at least 3? Is she have a higher score than at least 3 of the other players? Excuse me, higher or equal to? Greater than or equal to. Is her score greater than or equal to? I just can't get that sentence out. Then at least 3 of the other players. And in this case, since it's just me, jogging being an 18 is not as good as her 21, so she will get the bonus plus 2 points in the first round here. Now those points get to be more valuable as the rounds go on. Now if other people had scored more points than Lynn, who was the fastest player, each one of us, the other players playing the game, would have gotten 1 bonus point for having more points than the fastest player. Now we do all of this 7 times, and then we cross out our 2 lowest scoring rounds. We add up our points, get all of our bonus points, and see who is the winner. Now it is very important during this game, while announcing the words, to have a dictionary or maybe agree on using Wiktionary or another dictionary website as an agreed upon resource. And if someone wants to challenge someone saying that their word isn't a real word, you look in the agreed upon resource. If it is found there, then you lose 2 points for challenging them and being incorrect. However, if it is not found there, they get no score for that round. And after a full round with a single word, the 4 lowest point cards are discarded. The higher point cards are slid down to the low point spots, and we deal up 4 new cards for the next round, which again follow the same rules. So we can't have more than 2 of any letter out there, and we also can't have more than 2 of the advanced letters. Now again, we do this 7 times, and then we add up our total scores and we see who is the winner. And that is how you play a game of Wordsy. So now let's head back over to the table. I'm going to talk about how this game feels. I'm going to review it. I'm going to rate it. And then we're going to get a second opinion from Lynn. Welcome back. So that was how you play a game of Wordsy. So now you can see what I mean about how this game has roots in both Scrabble and Boggle. But while I'm not a big fan of either one of those games, in point of fact, I despise Scrabble, this game feels more fun to me. I really enjoy it. I like how you can use letters that aren't actually on the table, so you can get a little more creative with it. And I also like that there is a very simple to use rule that is thrown in for calling people out when you think they're naming a word that doesn't exist. This is a well done game. It moves very, very quickly and is made to be a fast and fun word game. I'm not normally a big fan of word games, but I like this one, and I'll play it anytime somebody asks. And that's why I give Wordsy 7 out of 10 stars. That is a definite thumbs up review for me. I like this game. And I can't even fully explain why I like it, because I usually am not a fan of word games. But this one clicks with me. But let's get a second opinion. Lynn, how many stars out of 10 would you give to Wordsy?
7.
So Lynn is right there with me. So this is a game that she likes and will play anytime that someone asked. Now, one caveat I want to put in here is I really like this game at 4, 5, and 6 players. I think this is one of those games where the more the merrier. And specifically, when I have a large number of players, this is actually becoming a go-to game for me. If we have like 5 or 6 players, this is when I'm like, ooh, let's play Wordsy. At smaller player counts, it can still be fun, but I usually don't want to play it less than 3. But that's just my opinion. Have you played Wordsy? Do you like it at 2 players? Feel free to comment down below. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns either on this video or on the game Wordsy, feel free to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see us do more review and tutorials like it, be sure to give this video a like, share this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Kaptain, that's Captain spelled with a K, on YouTube. And hit that little bell icon on my YouTube channel so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. And until next time, game on.